Hi, welcome back to another gadget report. Let's talk gadgets. And today we're talking about one of my favorite airlines. Don't I love to talk about British Airways? And they have published a press release with lots of news, lots of positive news for those who lived in the UK and want to travel abroad. So let's come with me and see the brand new flights that British Airways has announced for 2024. So let's talk gadgets and let's talk flights in British Airways. British Airways, as I said, has published a press release at the end of January where they released a few new routes to several destinations in Europe and abroad, and outside Europe, I should say, departing from several airports within the UK. So I'm gonna talk about this, but as I said, I'll leave the link below so you can get all the information in this press release, and there is a lot of information in there, so you would be definitely, I would recommend you to read the article because it has a lot of information for you. I will just give you the most important facts from the article, and then you obviously can choose which one is best. So there will be flights from London Heathrow, there will be flights from Gatwick, from Stansted, and also from Edinburgh. So here are the flights and the routes. So from London Heathrow and from the 20th of April, British Airways will connect to Abu Dhabi, and this is how it will be. The flight will be BA73 going from Heathrow to Abu Dhabi. The return flight from Abu Dhabi to Heathrow would be BA72. British Airways says, I do apologize, British Airways says that the flights will go from £449 a return flight, and the schedule will be different for summer and winter, and I believe that will be due to daylight saving time. So the differences will be only on the flights departing the UK from departing Heathrow, and this will be in summer. The flight will depart Heathrow at 10:25 p.m. and winter at 9:25 p.m. The flight from Abu Dhabi to Heathrow will always depart Abu Dhabi at 10:10 a.m. Abu Dhabi time. So this would be the regulations, and the flight price I already mentioned. You have everything mentioned also in the press release. Another option that you have if you want to travel to Turkey, and Izmir is one of your destinations or your favorite destination, this is good news for you. There will be flights departing Terminal 5, weekly schedule every Saturday from 18th of May to the 28th of September. The flight would be BA 694 departing London at 7:30 a.m. and BA 695 departing Izmir will be at 2:35 p.m. Izmir times. Now, if you are or if you want to consider Gatwick, British Airways also has options for you to fly Morocco. So these are a little different here. The flights, according to British Airways, will go from £138 return. This is always, the reference is always for return flights, and there will be a difference in schedule according to the day of the week that you travel, so you might consider that. The flight number would be BA 664 departing Gatwick to Agadir in Morocco, and departing Agadir into Gatwick will be the flight BA 2665. Now, in the schedule, that's where you can have the differences. If you choose to fly on a Wednesday, the flight will depart Gatwick at 8:15 a.m. and will depart Agadir at 1:10 p.m. Agadir time. On Fridays, the flight will depart Gatwick at 6:45 a.m. and will depart Agadir at 11:45 a.m. On Saturdays, and this is from the 25th of May, the flight will depart at 3:25 p.m. Gatwick time, and the return flight from Agadir will depart at 8:05 p.m. Agadir time. On Sundays, it will depart Gatwick at 8:25, and the return flight to Gatwick from Agadir will depart Agadir at 1:20 p.m. So this is the options from Gatwick. For those who prefer to fly Stansted, there's a few options, a few destinations like Florence in Italy, Ibiza in Spain, and Nice in France. All of these flights will start from the 18th of May, and this is the and these are the particulars of these flights. So if you choose Florence, British Airways says it will cost you from £82 return. To Ibiza, it will be £72 return, and to Nice, it will be £86 return. Now, here's the schedule. For Florence, from 18th of May, as I said, all of those will start at this date. The flight will be BA 7016, so 7016. On Saturdays, and it will depart at 4:15 p.m. and the return flight will depart on Sundays from Florence, and the flight number would be BA 7017, so this is BA 7017, and will depart Florence at 7:55 a.m. If you choose Ibiza or Nice, should I say, the flight will depart also on Saturdays. It will depart Stansted at the flight number would be 2332, so that is BA 2332, and will depart Stansted at 11:20 a.m. The return flight will depart France, Nice, at on Sundays at 8:35 a.m. and the flight number would be BA 2333. So this is 2333. Now, for those who want to visit Spain, that's also possible, also on Saturdays, and the flight number would be BA 7308, departing Stansted at 11:35 a.m. and the return flight from Ibiza to Stansted would be the flight BA 7309 and will depart Ibiza at 3 p.m. So for those who want to fly from Edinburgh, there's also a few options available, and this is very, very exciting. So if you want to visit San Sebastian in Spain, you will have flights from the 25th of May. According to, they will operate twice weekly on a Tuesday and a Saturday. British Airways says the return flight will go from £164, and on Tuesdays you will have the flight number would be the same, so BA 2919, and on Saturday it will depart Edinburgh at 10:40 a.m. On Tuesday this is, sorry, and on Saturday it will depart Edinburgh at 5 p.m. The return flight, also the same number on both dates, and the return flight number would be BA 2920. On Tuesday, the departing from San Sebastian would be at 2:50 p.m. Spain times, and on Saturdays at 9:10 p.m. also Spanish times. But if you want to go to Sardinia in Italy, you can go Olbia from the 25th of May as well, and this is a weekly flight only on Saturdays. The flight number would be 2331, and at departs Edinburgh at 7 a.m. The return flight 2330 will depart Olbia at 11:45 a.m. British Airways says the return flights will cost you from £176. So this is an amazing option for travel around Europe and North Africa, Middle East, whatever. And if you really want to go, and as you can see, I don't think some of these flights, I don't think they are extremely expensive. In fact, the ones if you want to travel to Europe, I think it would be quite reasonable pricing. So as I said, I'll leave the link below so you can have all the information about these flights and maybe plan your next trip. And that's all for today. I hope you really liked this gadget report of today. I hope these new options from British Airways already have you planning your next holiday if you are in Europe. I think these are great options, and I cannot lie. I think those options for Europe will be definitely on my list if I was living in the UK. And I think it's always good. And British Airways, as I said, it's a great airline. I have said this many times. I have plenty of good memories with them. So I do recommend British Airways. And yeah, I'll leave the link below, as you know, and everything is in there, from the timetables, the pricing, as I mentioned as well, and a few other bits and pieces. They talk about the aircraft that will be used, etc., etc. So there's all the information in there, so you can read and obviously make your choice. But you know, if you have any suggestion of something that you would like me to talk about in these gadget reports, please leave a comment below and I will be very, very happy to answer all your queries and take it on board. And you know, put a like on the video and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching and see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.